Good morning, everybody. So today's lesson for the day is motion. So before we start motion, let's try to know what is motion. So a body is said to be in a state of motion when its position changes continuously with reference to a point. So let's try to understand this by an example. Suppose you have to go to your school from your home, and you move out out of your house. So now your house is your reference point and your destination is your school. And as you start walking towards your school, you keep changing your position. And when you start changing your position with respect to your house, you are said to be in a state of motion. Opposite to motion is rest. So a body is said to be in a state of rest when its position does not change with respect to a reference point. So suppose you are sitting on a sofa and you are not moving anywhere. You're not moving an inch in any direction. So you are in a state of rest. So motion can be of three types depending upon the type of path it is going through. So the three types of motion are circulatory motion, linear motion, and oscillatory motion. So circulatory motion is moving in a circular path, and linear motion is moving in a linear straight line path. And oscillatory motion is, so you must have seen a motion of a pendulum. So this is the reference point. Suppose this is the reference point and it is moved this way and that way. So with respect to this reference point, it is changing its direction, to and fro direction. So this is a oscillatory motion. In physics, we have two quantities, a scalar quantity and a vector quantity. Scalar quantities are those which have only magnitude and no direction. For example, distance, speed, and vector quantities are those which have both magnitude and direction. Example, displacement and velocity. One thing I would like to mention, which is not mentioned in regular books, that vector quantity should also obey one more law, that is the triangle's law. So to say, for a quantity, for a physical quantity to be called as a vector quantity, it should have a magnitude, it should have a direction, and it should obey triangle's law. In electric current, the electrons move in a definite direction, but it is not a vector quantity since it does not obey the triangle's law. So now let's try to learn what is distance and what is displacement. So the actual path or length traveled by an object during its journey from its initial position to its final position is distance. Suppose you are moving from A to B, you can you can cover that distance A to B in your own way. Like you can move in a circular path, you can move in a zigzag way, and you can move in a straight line. You can move from, first you move from A to A1, A2, like that. So you can move according to your own way. And in this case, the distance will be the total, the add summation of all the paths, that is your kilometers or meters you are traveling. So this is distance, and displacement is the shortest distance between point A to B. So in this case, this linear distance, straight line distance, will be the shortest path. So this is distance and displacement. Let's try to know the differences between distance and displacement. So length of actual path traveled by an object is distance, and displacement is the shortest length between initial point and far point of an object. Distance is a scalar quantity, displacement is a vector quantity. Distance remains positive and cannot be 0 or negative, but displacement can be positive, negative, or 0. So how can it be 0? Suppose you are moving in a circular path. You start from this point A and you come back again to your point A. In this case, your displacement is 0. So again, motions can be uniform or non-uniform. So when a body travels equal distance in equal interval of time, then the motion is said to be uniform motion. And when a body travels unequal distances in equal interval of time, then it is called as non-uniform motion. So for today, we'll end up here. That's all for today. And we'll continue the chapter in the next class. And thank you and have a nice day. Bye-bye.